These are documents of truth. It's not widely discussed in historical documents on the Boston Massacre that took place back in 1770 and led to the American Revolution. But it's probably because it was considered more trivia than historical fact. Nonetheless, there was a somewhat bizarre AAA connection. John Adams, his second cousin Sam Adams, and America's first martyr, Crispus Attucks. John Adams was the lawyer who defended the British soldiers who killed Crispus Attucks. But Sam Adams contended that Attucks and the other anti-British demonstrators had a right to their behavior on that day that changed the world. The Americans, mostly dock workers, were opposing the presence of British soldiers enforcing colonial rule. Crispus Attucks, a runaway slave said to be a mulatto, the son of an African father and an Indian mother, was leading the Americans in a shouting confrontation with the British soldiers.
Go home, Rick! Go!
All right, be quiet over there. Don't want any trouble over there, do ya?
You lobsters, you ought to go home. We don't need you here.
Suddenly, the tensions of name-calling escalated. It was noted that the soldiers took particular offense to being called lobsters because of the red coat uniforms they were required to wear. The situation reached its high point when the British soldiers began to fire at the dock workers. When the dust cleared, the British soldiers had killed 5 men and wounded 6 others. Attucks was the first to fall with 2 bullets to the chest. Because some had painted him as a villain, leading a drunken mob, while others saw Attucks as a hero for American freedom, it took 118 years before the state of Massachusetts would dedicate a monument to Crispus Attucks on the Boston Commons in 1888. John Adams would later become the second president of the United States after serving as vice president under George Washington. Sam Adams went on to become governor of Massachusetts and a signer of the Declaration of Independence. But it was 47-year-old Crispus Attucks, a runaway slave, who died first for America's freedom. Crispus Attucks, 1723-1770, America's first martyr.
America! I love you, America! You see,
This has been a document of truth. I'm Vince Sanders.